Hi, this is part two of how to use StockTA.com. Uh, we're going to dig down into an actual stock, and I'm going to explain how our algorithm and how our process works. So the first stock we'll look at, this is NVIDIA, ticker NVDA. So up here you have the symbol, last trade, the date, the change, open, high, low, volume. So trend is very important. So overall, right now, NVIDIA is neutral. Um, I'll explain how we measure that, but short term is 30 days, intermediate is 60 days, and long term is 120 days. We use all these different things on the side. These are all different technical studies um, that goes into the algorithm, and it shoots out a number to create a trend. Obviously, you want to invest in stuff that is, you want to go long stuff that is bullish, and you want to be short stuff that is bearish. But I use this site sometimes to try to catch breakouts when stocks are shifting from neutral to bullish. The score next to it is a combination of a variety of things without trying to give away our secret sauce. But the higher the score, the higher the trend signal. So if something is +1, that is very bullish and will be bold green. If it is -1, it'll be very bearish in red, and neutral is in orange. So as you look on the chart, that's the price movement. Those are the candles. This is the green lines coming through it are support, and the thicker the line, the higher the support. We have MACD, we have RSI, and we have stochastics down here. And you can also see the chart indicators: very bullish, very bullish, bullish, neutral, bearish, very bearish, very bearish. Um, we use all these different things that we map out, and we measure map all the price movement. But the most important is the opening and the close to come up with support and resistance levels. So the higher the number, the higher the support or the resistance. So a 2 would be small or slight resistance in this scenario, and 17 would be high support. I would say anything from 1 to 5 would be small. Anything from 6 to 10 would be more a medium. Also depends on the market cap of the company. Like micro cap companies obviously move a lot quicker than the bigger mega cap companies. But anything as you start getting to the teens or 20s is, major support. So we use a confluence system. So confluence is basically it means the strength of the support and resistance levels. We measure and map all these different indicators on the side to come up with where things meet. Um, so the higher the confluence, the more significant. And you can use this to go both ways, whether you're long or short. So we do EMA analysis. So exponential moving average, I'll let you guys read this on your own time. But you want the 5-day to be above the 13 to be above the 20 to be above the 50. So when you have all these different factors, that is very bullish. And if you have it the reverse, that would be very bearish. MACD, explain, you can read through all these things, but we measure short term, immediate term, and long term. And then we have it mapped out here. RSI, so relative strength index. So neutral is 50, oversold is 30, overbought is 70. So this one just tells you, hey, it's at 58. So it is still in neutral land. TDD is 3 days displaced. Fibonacci gives you the numbers right there for long, immediate, and short term. High analysis measures a high and what volume and what date. Low analysis measures the low, same thing. The trend is what I find very interesting. So the trend calculates the trend lines using linear regression for short term, intermediate, and long term. The higher the R squared value, the better the trend line is at predicting tops or bottoms. When both the top and bottom trend lines have high R2 scores, that means you have a very strong trend channel, and that's more tradable. If the chart is below the trend line or has a negative trend line, it can negate what the channel is, and that makes it harder to trade. That makes it very choppy. So the slope gives the expected rate of change over time, and the R squared is how well the trend line fits the data. As it approaches 1, it fits perfectly. As it approaches 0, it means it doesn't fit at all. And again, we have tops and bottoms for long, intermediate, and short term here. And we also have stochastics, which you can see the fast and slow line moving through. I will go back to NVIDIA now. And all this info can be found in our fact sheet. So if you need, more detailed analysis, feel free to read through there. We update our website. We pull the data around between 4:30 and 5 after the market closes every day. And then it takes our algorithm about a half hour to run through everything. And then we try to have everything published, all our studies, all our trend lines, by 6, latest 6:30 if it's a very volatile day. But you can also see we do candlestick analysis and gap analysis. So let's do another stock. So Microsoft, bullish overall, bullish short term, neutral. You have support at 426.76 of 10, resistance at 432.60 of 4, and you have no recent candle changes, and you have 2 gaps back in July. Let's try another stock. So this is GDX. This is broken out. There is no resistance currently, so it's running. It is a little overbought, so that's why it's getting a neutral score. The RSI is 67, so it's approaching overbought. The candlestick analysis is very bearish. So I'm recording this on Friday, September 27th. So on the 26th, you've had some bearish, 26th, 25th, 23rd, you've had some bearish possible reversal candles. So that's one thing to keep an eye on as well. I hope you've enjoyed watching this. And up next, we will talk about how to use the stock screener.